Hey, hey, hey.
Aloha. Aloha.
What's happening?
How's it going?
Good, good, good. Got a sound check? Everything sound good?
You sound good. Should we
You,
hide the guest for a second
yeah.
and then do a cool
Yeah, I
reveal?
don't know why he's still on stage. I thought I took him off. My bad.
Nobody knows who it is. Don't worry.
That's all right.
Nobody knows.
There's only one person watching right now, so we're good.
All right.
You're looking good, man. Love the shades. Love the new
Thank
hairdo.
you. Thank you. I try.
A couple weeks
Doesn't really
ago,
hide
you
the
were
ears as much as I thought.
Commando Bear, and now you lost some weight and shaved your face. You look good.
Yeah, I've been hitting the gym.
Nice.
All
right.
I got a razor.
Well, let's run through the news real quick, and then we'll introduce our guest, and maybe that'll give people a couple extra minutes to get on.
Sounds good.
How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Well, real quick before we get going too far into the news, let's say hello to K-Roll. How you doing? All right, so tonight we're
I
hanging.
feel bad just leaving our guest sitting there without.
He's all right. I told him
All
we were
right.
going to leave him in the back room for a while.
Okay.
Toy Mama, howdy. Thanos, what's happening? Well, we got some people coming now, so you want to introduce them now?
Sure.
All right. Tonight. Sorry, I thought there was more to that intro music. Tonight. Live. From the land of. I forgot the planet that they live on.
Thra,
thank you. I was going to call it Ra, but I knew that was wrong.
Live.
Ra. The one. The most evil Skeksis of all. Lord Chamberlain. How you doing, Chamberlain? I'd hate for that thing to get a hold of my leg.
Gelfling, come here. I am Chamberlain. I am Lord. Come back.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Gelfling, only want to be friends. Come here. Where have you got to? How rude. Where is he gone? Is he up high? Or is he down low? I can't seem to find little Rianne. I have some words to have with him.
How you feeling today, Chamberlain?
Who's that there?
It's me.
What is the meaning of this intrusion into the castle?
Well, we just wanted to have a couple of words with you since we heard you were up to no good.
Oh, well, see as how I'm trying to have words with Rianne there, but I don't know where he's got to. We
he
seem
went
to
that
be
way.
on the same page. Well, that way. I'll find him later, I think.
Yeah, go ahead and go look for him later. You doing all right today?
Yes. Not too bad.
All right. Well, let's say hi to Cobweb real quick. How you
Aloha.
doing, Cob?
We have heaps of those here in the castle.
Yeah, I bet you do. All right, Chamberlain, we're going to run through the news real quick.
You know?
and then we'll come back to talk to
What's
you.
happening?
Da-da-da-da-da news.
Now, music
Da-da-da-da-da-da news.
from the crick. All right, so what's going on this week? Just a couple quick things from the week. Kind of sticking to our spooky season theme.
Woo.
Another Monster Force from my favorite upcoming toy line. This is the Apophis Legion, which is basically just a really hellacious repaint of the regular army guy, but that's what happens to him after the undead kill him and bring him back to life. So,
Been there.
yep. So he comes with all this gear, couple of heads, a helmet, a lot of hands, nice weapons. And this is what he looks like loaded out. And
Very rad.
Sticking with some news, we got some new pre-orders at Hella Dope Toys that kind of go along with the whole spooky season theme a little bit. The Street Humans are up for pre-order at Hella Dope Toys, especially for international buyers. I did see today they are actually up for pre-order on Nerdzoic and Big Bad Toy Store as well. But you know, we
What do those taste like there?
well, that one probably tastes like a bat. Maybe like a nice simmered steak. A little bit of barbecue sauce on there, some A1 maybe, you know, kick it old school.
Yes.
So the Street Humans, it was announced last week that instead of just coming with the human heads and having the alien heads be an unlock, the actual $28 figures are now coming with all of the stuff that's the humanized version and then the alien bat looking head. There's two versions of the figures. They got this guy with the camo pants and a bat head, and then this guy with tan pants and some lion looking type of alien head. But yeah, these are up for pre-order quite a few places, but especially at Hella Dope Toys. And King Conan went up for pre-order this week from Mezco. It's part of their 1/12 collective, but this is up for pre-order as well at Hella Dope Toys. I love this picture with the skulls in the cloud.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That is just incredibly awesome. So this King Conan, I pre-ordered this because I missed out on the first two Conan figures, and this one looks pretty badass. So, and I got the that Barbarian accessory pack. You remember that, Luke?
Yeah.
So I'll be able to pop one of those heads on here if I decide to also.
Rad.
But it'll fit right in with all my other craziness. So he comes with this armor breastplate and the gauntlets and then the chainmail kilt thing. And here he is killing a crocodile with his sword. Here he is sitting on his throne. The throne's not included, neither is a crocodile. So what he comes with is all this stuff here. So 10 hands, 3 heads. Of course, the Mezco stand that comes with all their figures. All the stuff that's on this figure here. The boots, the chainmail, the breastplate, the gauntlets. It's got a shield, a torch, some kind of battle hammer, a huge battle axe, a sword and sheath, a belt. And then he comes with 2 different capes. One that's fur when it's cold out to keep those nips from getting cold. And then one for in his kingly design.
Can't be too cold.
No.
Yes.
Real quick. Why is Luke a girl? Is that a bird for Thanksgiving dinner? That's what the turkey looks like before you get it cooked, Radnam, just in case you never saw one before they're actually cooked. That's what they look like.
But we prefer our insects raw and wriggling.
And then here is Theodore Sodcutter from Mezco, also available for pre-order at Hella Dope Toys. This is one of their actual part of their Rumble Society.
He's lost an eye.
Yeah, he's got six heads and a whole bunch of creepy tools, a duffel bag, a tombstone. He comes with this awesome comic book magazine.
Oh.
So quite a few accessories for this guy too. I think Conan is 100, and I think this guy is also 100. Both at both for pre-order. And now, shout out from the crick. News, music. Shout out from the Crickalodian. Tonight's shout out is for Cobweb Collector. He's doing a giveaway right now. He just did a video showing how to do this cool little display for your figures. It can be done on any figure, but he did it with this Masterverse He-Man, where the He-Man's actually punching through the plastic, so it looks like he's breaking out of his packaging. So Cobb showed how he did that, and if you go to that video and watch it and put a comment in there, you get entered into his giveaway as well. So good stuff, Cobb, and hopefully your channel keeps going. I think you're at like 300 and something now. I can't see the number there because my eyes are too horrible, but
340.
340. So he's only 160 away from the 500 big ones that he needs to make 2 cents every time he makes any money. And that is the news for the week. And
Very, very nice.
There we go. And you are welcome, Cobb. I don't know why my comments aren't showing up.
They're there.
There it is. Only took a second. All right.
You good?
I see it now. Yeah, it was like a delay. It was very weird.
I think you're
Everything
delayed.
was like frozen. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I think
no.
it was my end.
No, are you here? Can you hear me?
Nope, I'm not here.
Yes,
Wait,
I
you there?
hear you.
I think you might have a delay.
Am I delayed again?
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Damn. All right. I'm going to back out and come back on. Chamberlain, would you like to read your book?
A book? Yes, a book I have.
Chamberlain's going to read us a story.
This is
I'll be
a
back in a
very,
minute.
All right.
very, very special story there. Indeed. This one. Just a moment. Oh, yes. This one is called The Dark Crystal, featuring you know who. Me, of course. All hail the Skeksis.
For sure.
All right. In another time, in another world, gentle gelflings and simple podlings lived together in peace. Every 1,000 years, the 3 sons of this world come together in a great conjunction of blinding light. Tremendous energy would pass through a magical crystal located at the heart of the shining castle. But during the last great conjunction, the crystal cracked, and a single crystal shard broke off and was lost. The crystal darkened, and evil came into the world. That's me! Turn the page! All right, now we get into my parts.
The best parts.
All right. 2 new races appeared. The cruel Skeksis, me, and the gentle mystics. The Skeksis took control of the dark crystal and brought unhappiness to the land, but happiness to us. An ancient prophecy said that their harsh rule would be ended. No? We can't have that. But only if a gelfling healed the dark crystal. So the Skeksis did the death of every gelfling to prevent the prophecy from coming true. And a little essence on the side. It's a win-win. However, the good and wise mystics saved one gelfling. I've got to find that one. One gelfling baby boy. A boy named Jin. And he's on the show today, funnily enough.
That's me. Hi.
And raised him in the Hidden Valley.
Ooh.
Hidden, we haven't been able to find it. Over the page, ding ding. Years later, as the Mystic Master lay dying, he summoned Jin to his side and showed him the image of the missing crystal shard. Yeah.
Ooh.
We also had pictures. Jin soon took. Jin?
What?
Soon the sons. Oh, this is speaking. Sorry.
Oh.
Jin, soon the three sons will meet again. Find this shard, or else the Skeksis will rule forever. That sounds right. Seek Ogre, keeper of the secrets. The shard gave off a clear musical note and disappeared. And the Mystic Master faded from sight. Oh,
Yoda.
oh, Master. I will go where you send me, though I barely understand. So, Jin left the valley to find Ogre. Turn the page. Ding, ding. Yeah. At that same moment, in the castle of the Dark Crystal, the Emperor and the evil Skeksis also died. Yes, one and the same, you might say. No sooner had he dropped his scepter, the Chamberlain snatched it up.
Ooh.
Time to make my move. And I said, I shall be Emperor next. It should be me. The Skeksis General howled. Chamberlain, lay down that scepter. I challenge you to trial by stone. Slaves, bring us the swords. I hate your whimper, Chamberlain. The Chamberlain went first. With all his might, he crashed his sword against the trial stone. But nothing happened. Then the general swung fiercely, and the back of the stone shattered.
Gasp.
It's me. I am Emperor now. Throw the Chamberlain out of the castle forever. Oh, no. Please have mercy, yes, Chamberlain. Turn the page. Ding, ding. Just then, the castle sounded, and the Skeksis rushed to the crystal chamber. There, in the dark crystal was an image of Jen. The general shouted, "A Gelfling! A Gelfling is alive! How can that be? We've killed them all!" The angered the general turned to his army of huge, dark, beetle-like creatures. "Gotham, find that Gelfling now, or he will destroy us!" Turn the page. Ding, ding. Meanwhile, Jen continued his search for Ogra as he struggled up a rocky cliff. A hideous one-eyed... Oh, sorry, Mr. Sentence there. It's all right there, Chamberlain. Take time. All right. The long vines suddenly reached down and pulled him off the ground. A hideous one-eyed woman approached before him. Are you Gelfling? Can't all be dead. But I am a Gelfling. You are Mother Ogra? I see the crystal shard. Is that all? Come down, Gelfling. Follow me. And Ogra touched the vines, and they set Jen down. Ding, ding. Turn the page. There's a picture there. I forgot the pictures. All right, back to the story. Ogra led Jen to her wondrous observatory. Everything in the heavens is here. That's how I know. The next great conjunction is coming. Better find your shard before that, Gelfling. Ogra dumped out a box of crystal shards. So that's where it was hiding. Jen searched through them carefully. These three look like the shard my master showed me. But which one is it? Jen thought a while, then piped the sound his master he made. The middle shard began to glow. Turn the page. Ding, ding. Ogra, this is the one. But what do I do with it? Why, you must heal the dark crystal. Before she could explain, Gotham warriors ripped through the observatory wall. Jen jumped into a passing metal moon and sailed over the Gothams. Heads below, Ogra fought off the invaders. Fearing for his life, Jen hurled himself off the moon and crashed through a window and tumbled down the rocky hillside, but both he and the shard were safe. He's doing the job for me there. Yes. Turn the page. Ding, ding. Struggling through the forest and swamp, Jen curiously moved past the plants and flew the creatures that uttered strange sounds. Suddenly, a ferocious furry face leaped out at Jen. He lost his balance. Thank you. And fell backwards. Oh no, right in the mud. Then Jen heard a voice nearby. Dollar, Fizkit, dollar. Gasping for breath, Jen and Kira finally stopped to rest. Deep in the forest near the ancient ruins of the Gelfling civilization. There, Jen discovered a wall covered with strange carvings. Kira, look, it's a prophecy. When single shines the triple sun, what was sundered and undone shall be whole, the two made one, by Gelfling hand, or else by none. Picture, please. Thank you. Outdoor.
Beautiful.
Come out. Gelfling want to be friends, I say.
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's a
Very
trap.
good. Turn the page. Ding ding. A shadow suddenly fell across the Gelflings. I wonder who that
Ooh.
is. It was Skeksis Chamberlain. Prophecy. Prophecy caused all this trouble. Skeksis fear Gelflings. Bad mistake. Come to the castle. Show them you want peace, please. Please. The Chamberlain, me, reached out to Jen, but Kira pulled him back. No, Jen, it's a trick. Turn the page. Jen fled after Kira into the forest. Now I know what I have to do. I must go to the castle and put the shard back into the crystal before the great conjunction. Look, Kira, the suns are almost touching. Meanwhile, far away, the mystics also watched the three suns drawing closer together. It was
Ooh.
time for them to journey to the castle of the Dark Crystal. There they go. What a bit of a tramp there. Turn the page. Ding ding. Jen shook his head. Kira will never be able to reach the castle in time. Landstriders will get us there, Jen. I will call them. Shitty, Tama, Daba. Two tall insect-like beasts with long spindly legs strode out of the woods. Jen and Kira climbed onto their backs. Oh, hang on, Jen. They go fast. Ooh, off to the races. Turn the page. Ding, ding. In no time, they arrived at the castle, only to find it guarded by our Gotham warriors. They're not getting in. The Landstriders attacked valiantly, but Jen and Kira were thrown to the ground. The Gotham surrounded the Gelflings at the edge of a deep ravine. Kira wrapped her arms around Jen and jumped, but instead of falling, they floated safely downward. Kira, you have wings. I don't have any. Of course not. You're a boy. And there they go. Down to the ground. Turn the page. Ding, ding. At the bottom of the ravine, they entered the castle through a dark and foul-smelling underground passage. Strange creatures scurried along the ground. Suddenly, out of the darkness, I reached out and grabbed them. You die, Gelfling! Jen wriggled free, but Chamberlain pulled down a beam and a pile of rocks and buried Jen. Ooh, and I captured Kara there.
Ooh.
Let's see what happens. Turn the page. Ding ding. Thinking Jen was dead, the Chamberlain dragged Kara into the crystal chamber. I bring you the last Gelfling. I have done this. Now we are safe from the prophecy. But Jen had already freed himself from the rocks and was hiding in the balcony above the dark crystal. So he's up high then. Turn the page. Ding ding. Then Jen looked up at the suns about to come together. Now was the time. He leaped onto the dark crystal, but the shard fell from his hand. We might yet prevail. Breaking free from the Chamberlain's grasp, Kara grabbed the fallen shard, but Jen shouted, "Look out, Kara!" But Kara tossed the shard up to Jen as the Skeksis closed in and killed her. With tears streaming down his cheeks, Jen plunged the shard deep into the crystal, healing its wound. The crystal flashed, and Jen was thrown into the air. He landed unharmed, but ran over to Kara. Meanwhile, turn the page. Ding ding. Meanwhile, the light of the dark of the great conjunction shot down into the crystal and split into brilliant beams that filled the chamber. The filthy walls of the castle began to crumble, revealing its original beauty. The Skeksis were afraid. At that very moment, the mystics entered the castle chamber. The beams of light pulled the mystics and Skeksis back together, turning them into a new and kindly creatures. Oh, there we go. Skeksis are no more. Turn the page. Jera cradled Kara's fallen body in his arms. One of the new race of tall angelic light creatures spoke to Jen. You have done well, Gelfling. You have restored the true power of the castle, brought back harmony and goodness to the land. We make your friend whole again. Hold her to you. As the creature spoke, Kara came back to life. Now leave. Now we leave you the castle of truth. Make your world in its light. there we goes. Back into
Beautiful.
Earthcakes again. And that is our story for today.
That was amazing. Very good voices. You're very good at the voices.
Yes, I'm used to be quite entertaining before we changed back into Earthcakes.
I would just
But
like
I'm
to
back
know,
now.
Chamberlain, what does an gelfling taste like?
I can't be here for this.
We only drink the essence.
Oh,
Tastes like fermented raspberries.
oh, that's not bad.
And maybe a dash of gobbles.
What about the podlings? Do you eat them?
No, they don't last very long. Their essence is wanting.
Oh. Did you say hi to everybody else that popped in, Jen?
No, I didn't.
All right, let's take a second and just roll through and say hi to everybody real quick. I saw that Oz showed up. How you doing, Ozzy?
Aloha.
And I
Oz?
saw DeBrisco showed up. Thanks, Briscoe.
Aloha.
And then I saw Mr. Fat Red Foo. He popped in. Buenos noches.
Howdy, howdy.
I think that was it.
Hello.
Oh, no, there's Lawrence. Punk with toys. Damn, where's my chicken? I ate your chicken. And Matthew. How you doing, Matthew? Yes, the movie was awesome. I think I don't know if I had a graphic novel or a book like Chamberlain just read for us when I was a kid, but I do remember having a couple of books. It was some creepy stuff back then in the old days, but what an awesome
best
time to grow
stuff.
up. So a question for
I also loved growing up back then.
a question for the group. What does a Skeksis taste like?
Nobody knows, for we had never eaten our own. We did banish one called the heretic.
So you guys aren't cannibals then?
Not,
just-
not on
Allegedly.
each other, but we do forage with the help of our slave podlings.
Yeah.
The various fauna and all manner of creatures here in Thra.
And what about your big beetle monster things?
The Gotham, they're our big soldiers.
Yeah, do you have to like train them like pets, or do they just automatically listen to you guys?
They created them, I'm pretty sure.
No. They are filled with the dark power of the past emperor.
Oh,
But he's gone now.
interesting. Fat Red Foo says you scared the crap out of him when he was a kid.
Oh, only want to be friends, yeah?
Uh-huh.
Mm.
What's up, Black Knight? So, Jen, you have any questions for Lord Chamberlain?
I am terrified, actually.
Are you afraid that he's going to suck your essence out?
He's going to steal all my essence.
Is that what the shades are doing?
Yeah, they keep me protected. I don't want to end up like that podling.
Yeah, all skinny and-
Usually, if you're small creature, you're safe because your essence is not really that good.
So, how many years did it take
But
the
if you are a big,
Skeksis to
tall
develop
creature,
the
then
essence sucking
then
power?
we take all your essence. Sorry?
I was just wondering
Say
how long
again?
it took the Skeksis to develop the power to suck the life essence out of other creatures.
Oh, our scientist worked that one out. But if he failed, and the emperor took out his eye, like that fellow you showed up earlier there on the chair.
Yeah.
And now scientist only has one eye, but he still discovered the secret.
Maybe that was the trick, right? Maybe he put his eyeball into the secret, and that's how it worked.
Made him work harder.
That's right. Mr. Wonderful, how are you? So let's ask the chat real quick. Anybody have any questions for Lord Chamberlain? You're probably not going to get to see him very often. He only shows up once in a great while. He's a busy dude.
Well, I don't even think he actually exists in this universe anymore.
Well, that's right. He's
He's
still
transcended. We're getting a very rare sneak peek.
Yeah, he's got special powers to come back to this, back to the
Yeah.
universe. He can separate for temporary periods of time. So now's the time to ask him the questions.
I'm sorry, we're having connection problems all this way out in the universe.
So trial by stone. Is that a difficult challenge, or is that
Trial by stone.
Yeah? Is that something that your emperor created as well?
It is a tradition of right as to how we make our judgment, or who decides what we should do.
And so you smash the sword into the challenge stone, and whoever makes the biggest crack is the winner? Am I on delay again, Luke?
No, I think Chamberlain's having some connection issues.
Okay.
Precisely.
All right. So the Briscoe,
No one
where
had
can
ever
I buy?
No one had ever cut a big chunk like the general did.
Yeah.
It's been worn down. I think it was a fluke, a technicality.
I agree. I
I
think
think he
Chamberlain should have
cheated
won
you.
that. Yeah, I
think
agree.
he got cheated, Chamberlain.
I should be emperor.
I agree.
Yeah. I think you'd look good with the emperor as the emperor.
It suits my status.
But now that the crystal's all healed, you can be the emperor of your own world.
We were back to normal again, back to Earthskix.
Yeah.
It was breaking the shard that split us in two in the first place.
So do you prefer being just a Skeksis, or do you like being back together with the Mystics?
I like being Chamberlain. You might call me the essence or ghost of Chamberlain, if you will.
Force Ghost.
That's right. He's a Force Ghost, a Dark Crystal Force Ghost. So Chamberlain,
I suppose
Briscoe.
George Lucas did help in the movie, I suppose.
Did you, Chamberlain? Did you like the show that they made on the TV about you guys? It was more about the
Age of Resistance.
Yeah.
Yes. I was causing all sorts of squabbles. That's how I get my way up in life.
Spoken like a
Rise
true
the ladder
politician.
by spinning manipulations and lies and deceit.
Just little white lies, right? They don't really hurt anybody, though.
It never hurt anybody.
You just want to be friends.
Not Lord Chamberlain.
You just want to be friends.
As friends, yes.
So Briscoe would like to know where he can buy one of your kind, Lord Chamberlain.
I am unique, one of a kind, you might say. But, so I'm here to perform for you all, so that's just as good.
That's right. We get to see you. That's all
I
that
agree.
matters.
Yeah.
So, Chamberlain, we're going to go through a slideshow of some of the other people that live on Thra with you, and we just want to know what you feel about each of these beings. Okay.
Oh, yes. Continue. Ah,
Here's some beautiful artwork of the Gelflings and the Mystics with the
Jerry,
crystal. And the
Kara,
fondling. Yeah.
and Ursel, the mystic.
Yep. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about them having
yes,
that crystal shard?
Yes, it's a worrying thing. We don't want the crystal to be healed because at the last conjunction we get all power.
What do you think about these three? These troublemakers.
Oh, it's a Frizzgig there. We don't much like the Frizzgig.
They got some sharp teeth, huh?
Yes, very, very sharp. Oh, he got my hand. Ah, look. Oh,
Are you all right?
Look what he did. Look what he did.
Aw.
Be gone, you. Oh,
What do you think about this
is
guy?
it better? Who, Ursel? Oh, he's a bit of a crony one there. Bit of an old fellow.
Yeah, he's got to have a bad back walking around like that all the time, I'll tell you.
He is a little wise, though. I can appreciate wisdom.
Yeah.
For I myself are wise.
Is that same blanket that Yoda disappeared under also? I think
Looks like
it is. I think they all have the same blanket.
I think that was like a magic blanket that Jim Henson created. It was made out of like some, canvas, and if any character that lies under that disappears.
Yep.
The disappearing blanket.
Yep.
Exactly.
In handy.
Yeah. Harry Potter even had one, except his was turned into a robe.
You're a wizard, Harry. The Land Striders.
Yeah.
They're too tall. They're too tall for us to ride on.
They move pretty fast though, huh?
We use the great land snails to pull our chariots.
Yeah. But these things move pretty fast, don't they?
Yes, they're rather vicious.
Oh, they're vicious too? That's not good.
Why? If you recall in the story, they attacked our Gotham guards.
Yeah. Well, they were just trying to do their jobs, You can't hold it against them.
It's their instinct, I guess.
And there's your best friend.
Oh, get him away. Oh, acquainted to my hand.
Oh. He's a bad dog. Bad dog. I'll make sure he gets put in his cage later.
Down, I say.
He's got his rabies shot, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, I hope so.
We think about Aldra.
Mother Aldra. She's the old mother of Thra. She speaks to the great tree.
Yeah. She's kind of creepy with that extra eye she's got. That's like,
yes. She snuck that into our castle. It
Yep.
rolled around the floor. How gross.
yeah, that is gross. I wouldn't even want to put that back in my head after that.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near her.
I suppose it's like wanting to be a fly on the wall. She was an eyeball on the floor.
Yeah. I always heard the saying.
She's very loud.
Yeah. I always heard the saying about if these walls could talk, but I never knew anything about a floor being able to see.
We Skeksis are very afraid of her, but in the beginning we tricked Mother Orgra. We made her sleep as she travelled the stars. We took over Thra.
Yeah.
We tricked her. We did this.
You did a good job. So Chamberlain, Mr. Wonderful, you know Mr. Wonderful?
Is he wonderful?
That's what he says.
What's wonderful?
I don't know. But he says that Mother Okra looks like Lady Gaga.
Who's Lady Gaga? What a funny name.
She's a singer in our world.
Is she any
She
good?
sings songs like what songs does she sing? I don't even know.
I don't
What
know.
songs does Lady
You
Gaga
tell
sing?
me.
Poker Face? Is that one of her songs?
I couldn't tell you.
Me neither. I think Poker Face. That's the only one I would know. And that's only because of your sisters. Look at these guys. These guys look like fun.
Podlings. They're our slaves, some of them.
Yeah, I bet you these guys know how to party, though.
Yeah.
They definitely know how to party.
They were also a bit of a punishment for naughty Gelflings back in the day. They had to become a part of the order of lesser service, and you had to clean the podlings and do all their dishes and all the dirty stuff. Gross.
They're pretty little, though, aren't they? They're only like a couple feet high.
There's little fellows and ladies. You got to watch them. Keep an eye on the ground.
Yeah, you don't want to step on them. You certainly don't
No,
want to
they-
sneak up
They're
underneath
very
your skirt.
squishy, I'm sure.
Here's something you'll appreciate.
Oh, yes, the great conjunction that helps us to prolong our life. Stare to the crystal, we shall.
Yeah. And then that just makes you feel great. It's like drinking
It's good
like a
stuff.
hot cup
yes.
of coffee or tea.
It's a bit trippy, but feels good.
It's a bit trippy. What's it feel like?
I don't know, you sort of an out-of-body experience, you might say. A bit of a transfer of consciousness and energy. You know, the usual.
Oh, yeah, the usual. I feel that every day when I meditate in the morning.
It's illegal in some parts of Thra, of course. But we are lords.
Is this one of your friends?
Yes, time to partake of the dark crystal energy. There's a Garthen created by the scientist.
Yeah. They look like they'd be hard to take down. They got some nice heavy armor.
He took the Aratham and changed them, yes, into our soldiers.
They do a good job of rounding up the podlings. I know that.
I wonder
Carry
if
those
they
little-
taste good.
Take.
They
I bet
had,
you
they had a bit of a tavern brawl.
Yeah. Well, they got lots of muscle and lots of legs, so they can carry those big baskets full of podlings back to you guys.
Yes, helpful across the terrain of Thra.
Yeah. I like Thra. It's very pretty. It's got lots of beautiful places, lots of creepy places like the swamp.
Nothing more beautiful than our castle.
Yeah. Well, when you got a big purple crystal in there, how can you beat that sight, right?
To keep the crystals safe, to keep our life span longer.
And look at this handsome guy.
It's me, yes.
Yeah. Best looking guy on Thra.
Well, I don't know about all that. I mean,
I'm right here, you know.
So Lord Chamberlain, Briscoe wants to know, He has a book called The Dark Crystal Creation Myths, the complete collection. Have you read it? And if so, is it any good?
Of course I read it, but those books are not for anybody to read. Secret, yes.
Oh,
Must
Briscoe's-
keep it away from those that might do harm to Skeksis.
so I wonder if Briscoe plans on doing harm to the Skeksis with it.
Yes, so we keep all knowledge under lock and key.
I didn't see Lady Gaga. Did you see Lady Gaga, Luke?
I don't. Who's Lady Gaga?
I don't know.
You tell me.
Where are you going? Her?
That's Travis says this looks like Lady Gaga. I'll have to Google Lady Gaga and see if I can find a picture that matches.
Maybe it's the eye.
Maybe.
Does Lady Gaga have 3 eyes?
And a mustache.
Maybe she's not Lady Gaga. She might be Mother Olga.
That's right.
Lady Agra.
That's right.
Has a ring to it almost.
Yeah.
Instead of poker face, someone should have told her to hide her face.
What's all this moving about? Like musical squares.
So, you got any questions for Chamberlain, Jen? Now's your chance. Ask him why he did what he did.
I don't know. I'm still scared. He's gonna try to trap me and steal my essence.
So, Chamberlain, what's your favorite trick or like manipulation trick you did to get where you are today? What's your favorite one?
I like to spread lies like someone drunk all the essence, the Gelfling essence.
Mr. Axion likes to do that too.
And I like to blame my other Skeksis, so I can eliminate them one by one.
Oh.
So I Skexel can rule.
I like to drink everything in my fridge too, but it's my fridge, so I get to drink it all the essence that's in there.
As you do.
Yep. So I have a question for you, and I don't want this to sound too personal, but why do you talk with such a whine in your voice?
You don't like my whimper?
I didn't say I didn't like it. I'm just wondering why you talk like that.
I talk like Skexel. This is how I talk. I am me. Maybe that's one of Lady Gaga's songs.
So what kind of music do you like to listen to, Chamberlain?
Sometimes we get the podling slaves and they play the instruments, but it's a very terrible noise. All the clanging and bashing around.
Do you have your musical instrument with you, Jen?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Well, let's hear a little. Jen's going to play us a little song.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know how to play the song, so.
Scratch it.
Well, play something you do know.
DJ Jen.
Yes.
DJ Jen out. Scratch it.
I forgot what was the tune of. Okay. There you go.
Sound a little bit like The Hobbit.
It was a little bit like The Hobbit. This is a very bad pan flute.
Oh, wrong movie.
What about your other instrument?
Which one? The other flute?
No, your other one, the
other flute?
No, the pan drum.
The pan drum. Oh, that's
Yeah.
in my car.
It's in your car.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good
That's
song. I
how
like
it
it.
sounds.
Yeah, that was a good
I
whistling
like to
job.
whistle.
When you whistle, does it go through your beak or through your mouth?
Goes through my nose.
Yeah. Excellent.
It tickles, so I can't do it for long.
So, is there any other questions for Lord Chamberlain?
It might upset my allergies.
Oh, you have allergies. What are you allergic to?
Especially this time of year. Oh, different things. Dust. Other insects. Sometimes
Gelfling
pollen.
essence.
That's why we got rid of all the grass and flowers around the castle. Yes.
Yeah.
The Gotham did that for us. And our podling slaves. They mowed the lawns.
And what do you do for fun, Chamberlain, when you're not trying to take over the world?
I like to sneak, and put the air to the windows or the doors or dark little passageways.
Oh, you like to
To,
eavesdrop.
To gain my knowledge of what my fellow Skeksis are up to.
Ah. Oh, he's trying to keep
though?
that.
Hush, hush.
Oh, he's trying
Top
to keep that
secret.
upper hand. Knowledge is power.
And sometimes I might sneak into the library of forbidden knowledge for all other life forms, like Gelfling.
Oh,
And I like to learn.
I bet you that library is amazing.
That's how I plot. That's how I plot and manipulate.
I'd like to sneak into that library. Can you sneak us in there?
Oh,
Well, I'm not allowed. I'm a
depends.
gelfling.
Depends. How much are you paying?
2 pence.
Eh,
Blech. That's what I think about that.
I want $1 million.
Is that US dollars?
I don't know. What's the conversion rate?
About 10 to 1.
Seems fair.
All right. I'll Venmo that over to your account later.
Venmo? No, we want our only money. Republic credits don't work out here, you see.
And I'm guessing that Jedi mind tricks don't work on you either.
No, we're very strong, Will. Especially I Chamberlain.
So were you given the name of Lord, or did you just assume that you're Lord Chamberlain?
We all made ourselves lords after we put old Mother Olga to sleep, blinding her we did.
Yeah.
To us taking over the castle and the crystal.
You tricked her good.
Her. Yes, we tricked her. We made her observatory. A bit of a tricky trade. In other words.
Well, you guys must be pretty smart to be tricking all these people that you trick all the time.
We're the smartest on Thra.
Well, I guess Black Knight must know who Lady Gaga is. She sings Poker Face and Alejandro and Telephone and Love Game. Don't know.
I wonder if he's a fan.
I bet you he rocks out to the Gaga all the time. He's probably down in his basement dungeon man cave playing with his toys, listening to Lady Gaga. So, Anything else, Luke?
How do you practice your what's the word? Impressions? Because those he sounded exactly like Jen.
What? Oh, yes, I like to entertain and practice, yes, and get close to the characters, being in character, you might say, as I can.
I heard that you can do an impression of the Ugnaught from The Mandalorian.
I'm not.
Yeah. You know, the guy that walks around saying whatever he says.
The Jawas only steal. They do not destroy. How was that?
I have
That
spoken.
was good. That was good.
Who else can I do? What about the Prime fellow, the robot?
Oh, Optimus
Prime.
Autobots, transform and roll out.
Nice.
And I also do Ironhide. Every time I look into a monitor, Prime, my circuits start to sizzle. Easy, Ironhide. We don't have enough energon to fuel a full-scale assault. How was that?
That was impressive.
Amazing.
I really like the southern accent for Ironhide. That was spot on.
Lots of planets have a southern pole.
Mm-hmm. What other characters you been practicing, Chamberlain?
What about Gandalf?
Oh, Gandalf the Grey. Yes, I know him.
He's a fool, but an honest fool he remains.
That's
Do not
really-
take me for a conjurer of cheap tricks. Fool of a took.
Wow, that's impressive. What do you think about that?
That
You've
was
been sitting,
incredible.
You've been sitting for far too long, Bilbo. The world is out there.
True. We should all go on an adventure.
Yes, it's time for
And
an
thrive.
I would like you to share in an adventure.
Gandalf is impressive. I like it.
Mm.
And are you going to be going out trick or treating, Chamberlain?
No, I don't go out often, unless I'm hunting gelflings.
Do you guys celebrate Halloween on Thra?
No, we haven't heard of Halloween here. Well, what
Oh.
is that?
Well, it's a
Do you
holiday.
do you go around saying hello?
No, it's hollow, not hello. Hollow, like hollow. H-O-L-O-H. I can't even spell. Look at that.
HOLO.
Yep. I had, as soon as I started saying
Hello.
it, the Jello theme
Halloween.
song popped into my head.
Maybe it depends on whether you have a southern accent.
Well, I can speak in a southern accent. I just can't spell. That's all. Get me some grits and drive down my pickup truck. Halloween. Thank you, Briscoe. Briscoe popped it in there. HALLOWWEN.
My fellow Americans, if you vote me for president.
Well, Chamberlain, you don't want to be president. You want to be emperor. That's
Yes, I want
that's
to rule.
above president.
Mm.
So Halloween around here is based on some old traditions of celebrating the dead and coming back to this plane of existence of life. And today we dress our kids up in costumes and they go around knocking on doors and saying trick or treat, and then they get candy.
Trick or treat, smell
Yeah.
my feet.
Yep. And it's a really good gig if you're a parent, because if you're a guy like me that likes Reese's peanut butter cups, you can get like a good couple weeks worth of peanut butter cups by sending your kids out trick or treating to the right places.
Oh, yes, that's the way.
Yep.
And the slaves to do all the dirty work.
That's right.
That's what we
Yep.
use our podlings for.
Yeah, I used to get, I had 3 kids. I would take them all out trick or treating. I'd end up with just bags of candy for myself. It was a great time.
Sounds like a fairly efficient arrangement.
Yeah. Except now they're well past getting me candy stage, and I'm still paying for a lot of their stuff. So I'm not sure if the arrangement works out long term, but short term, it's a good one.
Careful not to eat too much, though. You might end up paying in other ways.
Oh, that's true. And look who just popped in, Mr. Darklaw. How we doing, Ted, bruh?
Ah, by the dark crystal. Only
Yeah.
claws.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have any final questions for Lord Chamberlain?
Don't all ask at once. Come on.
That's right. Everybody's saying hello to Ted. Give him a second. Oh, another person pops in. Allison Troy, the retro toy princess. How you
Ooh.
doing? So, Lord Chamberlain, when do you think you're going to make your next appearance?
I don't know, really. If it happens, it happens.
Oh,
Mm.
very good.
Mm.
Well, we'd like to thank you for taking time to hang out with us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for thank you for entertaining our guests
sorry
while
about that.
I sorted out my dark crystal issues here in this dimension.
Oh, it's been good being on the show.
We're gonna pop them up full
And
screen.
telling
Would
a
you
few
look?
tales.
Yeah. Boom.
Whoa.
All right, we're putting you on full screen. Hold on, we got a question for you. We got a question. Can Lord Chamberlain come here and read me bedtime stories?
Mm. How far do you live? If you're too far, it might be a bit of a problem. Hmm. Maybe you have some podlings that can tell you a story.
Maybe you could just record one for him, sometime when you got time, Lord Chamberlain, just kind of record yourself. Or you know what? He can just come back to this live anytime and have you read him a story.
Like a bit of an audio book.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
What do you call it? The radio?
Yep, we call it the radio. Pandora, Apple Music, Google Music, whatever you'd like. So, before we end the show, would you like to you have any final words of wisdom for everybody you'd like to share, Lord Chamberlain?
Chamberlain just wants to be friends. Yes, friends. Make peace.
Don't trust him. Do not trust him.
Yes, you can trust Chamberlain.
So you're saying you're a nice guy?
Usually.
All right. So when I give you your $1 million, you're going to hold up your end of the bargain. That's what you're telling me.
On second thoughts, let's make it 1 trillion billion gazillion.
Well, that's a lot of zeros. I don't know if I can manage that.
Well, I'm sure you'll work it out.
All right. So let's see. Next week we are doing what are we doing next week?
What do you want to do next week?
It's next week. What is next week's not Halloween, right? Next week is Spiderwick.
Okay.
Spiderwick Chronicles next week. And then the week after that is the Halloween Fun Night.
Yes, sir.
So we will be doing
I'm not sure there's going to be a lot of fun there.
It'll be fun and scary. How's that?
Spooks.
Spooky. So yeah, next week, join us, same time, same bat channel, because we are going to be talking about the Spiderwick Chronicles, the movie, the books, all that fun stuff, the mythos behind the books. And Other than that, again, thank you, Lord Chamberlain, for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thanks everybody else for joining in and hanging out with us for a little while. Anybody that missed the beginning, Lord Chamberlain read a story about the land of Thra and how he and the mystics and the Gelflings and everybody all live anti-harmoniously together. And so if you missed that part,
yes, it's true.
go back and join in on that part. And other than that, we'll see you all around the internet. I'm always on Instagram every day. Jen's on Instagram under Luke the Lotus every day. And you can find Lord Chamberlain whenever he decides to grace this plane with his presence. So thank you, everybody.
Read my stories.
Yeah. Thank you, Lord
Or
Chamberlain.
watch my movies.
Yes, go watch his movies. He's got quite a few of them where he's does some really, really good acting as a master manipulator. So if you want to learn the art of manipulation, go watch Lord Chamberlain in the Dark Crystal stories, because you'll learn how to manipulate real well. All right, thanks everybody. Play us out, Jen.
Bye.
Cheerio.